Hello, my name is Ian, and as you can see, I am a West Ham United fan. Welcome to FDT-TV. Hello, my name is Ian, and if you haven't been here already, we are FDT-TV. We talk about everything football, mainly the biggest club in London, West Ham United, Little Red Club as well, North London, Arsenal. Not many people have heard of them, but that's Mike Steele. We're not interested in that. We're here for West Ham United. We do have a target here on FDT TV, and that is to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the January transfer window. So if you haven't already, please click down below the subscribe button. We really do appreciate it. It helps us grow. The 2021-22 Premier League season is about to kick off. We've left our video as late as possible to try and bring you the most up-to-date news we possibly can. So West Ham, where are we? We're in the Europa League group stage, which is a good thing. We're setting off level pegging with everyone else on nil points in the Premier League. And hopefully we can kick on with the same mentality we did last year, that never say die attitude. Right, so we've got a little bit of a season preview as well as a little bit about our first opening game of the season against Newcastle United. Let's switch over to our other screen. That did not go as I planned. First of all, we need to pay respects to Mr. West Ham himself, Mark Noble. It is his last season in a West Ham shirt. He is currently the longest serving one club man in the top 5 leagues in Europe, and is very much up there with the leagues in the world. Obviously 18 years after he made his debut in 2004, he is our captain. He is our leader on and off the pitch, although when he's not on the pitch, Declan Rice has taken over, so it's not exactly a bad replacement, is it? But hopefully we can go out on top with a nice tour, farewell tour around Europe. Hopefully come away this season with some silverware. But let's get into our targets, shall we? For West Ham this season, I think we need to be aiming top 10. There are lots of good teams about. Obviously, your big boys are always up there. Chelsea's, your Manchester City's, Man United. They're spending bucket loads of money. We have a Europa League campaign that we are hopefully going to impress in. However, that is a lot more games, and with a smaller squad, it could take its toll on some of our more injury-prone players. But if we can finish top 10 and hopefully push on a little bit more to those Europa League places, that is a positive season for West Ham. We've got to build on the success of last year and go at it with the same attitude. And hopefully London Stadium being filled with fans will help that. The Europa League, I would like to see us get to the quarterfinals. I do think we can get out of the group stage, certainly. It's only when those bigger clubs come in from the Champions League that we might start to struggle a little bit. But I do feel like we could get a quarter-final, and that would be a good result. The FA Cup, again, quarter-final is where I want to aim. If we don't quite get there, it's not the end of the world, but I would like a nice cup run. And the League Cup, again, another cup run. I think that's where we're going to use a lot of our youngsters coming through, your Aquaflexes, your Connor Coventries, your Mippo. He's going to get a bit of a run out. That sort of mishmash of a squad, not quite first team players, but not quite under 23s anymore. Sort of the second stringers who are going to fill out our squad this season. That is where we give them the ability to shine. Now, let's get on to our transfers, ins and outs. Right, first of all, our outs. 2 that have left the club. Number 1 being the General himself, Fabian Balwani. He come to the end of his contract and he has been released on a free transfer. He has joined somewhere in Russia, if memory serves correctly. But who knows? The other one, who I think a lot of West Ham fans are disappointed it didn't work out, because we all saw that he had the ability, he just didn't have the work ethic. And that was again reflected in his loan move last season. Felipe Anderson, at one point a record club signing for West Ham United. He has moved back to Lazio for an initial fee of 2.7 million, and with add-ons that could go up to 5. So a huge hit that West Ham have taken on his departure. But I do think that goes to show that just throwing money at the problem and Pellegrini didn't work, did it? None of the signings that he made have worked out particularly well. We all remember Sebastian Haller. More positive news on the incoming side of things. We all thought last season when Fabianski got injured, that was the end of our season. Thankfully, he wasn't out for too long. But this year, we have on loan Areola. He signed from PSG with the option to buy at the end of the season. He was on loan at Fulham last year and actually made more saves than Fabianski did. A solid keeper. I think this could be the last season we see Fabianski as number one. And I think this guy's going to push him all the way and challenge him for that number one spot. In other news, Okaflex from Celtic. We bought him in on a free transfer. He's a striker / winger from Celtic. Hopefully one for the future that we can see push on and get some good goals linking up with the first team this season. Terry Neves from Reading, a striker for an unknown fee. More looking for the future with that one. He's going to go and slot in to the under-23 squad. And the same with Ekwa Elimbi from Chelsea. Quite a promising young midfielder. And that looks like to be one for the future. Again, fleeting appearances, I think, this season for him. Possibly coming in the Carabao Cup. Now, that's not all the transfer news. I mean, we all fell in love with Jesse Lingard, didn't we? We all fell in love. They reckon there's about a 10% chance of him signing now, which is not great for us fans who did think he did really, really well. But he looks like he's committed his future at Manchester United, and that's not going to happen. They did want £30 million for him, which for a player, well, yes, he was in form, but for a player that is getting to the end of his career and has got 1 year left on his contract, seems a little bit steep. Two others that we were linked with, Tammy Abraham, that one seems to be dead in the water as well, looking like he's going to go to Atlanta, who we actually beat in the Betway Cup this year, 2-0. So I don't know what the appeal is there, possibly more wages, who knows. And one that I was quite excited for initially when it got rumoured, Kurt Zuma. I think we're priced out of that deal and that doesn't look like it's happening, but would be a good signing. If we'd got all three of them and Areola, I think we would have said we'd had a very successful transfer window. However, it's not all bad because I'm going to pronounce this one wrong, I'm sure. Miljenkovic from Fiorentina, the defender, looks like he could be joining us subject to a medical, with a rumoured deal being agreed for £12 million. Solid defender. I know Manchester United were after him a couple of seasons ago, so if we can pull that one off, then that would be very good. Liverpool are also looking to offload a number of players from their wages. So Divock Origi has been linked with us. Not had the best of runs. Scored some very crucial goals for Liverpool, but not had a real run of games. Could he fit into our system? Quite possibly, with Antonio being a little bit injury-stricken. And the likes of Yarmolenko potentially on the way out. And the other Liverpool player that we have been linked with, that I hoped we'd signed when he left Arsenal, or at least for our name in the hat, Oxlade-Chamberlain. We've been linked with him on loan, and that is just for a fact of Liverpool trying to get his wages off the books. I don't think we can afford him to buy. However, that being said, he could be that link of where Lingard was, that similar sort of player, can be out on the wings, can be through the middle. He's very good, but again, injury prone, so he does sort of fit our transfer policy. Injury stricken player that's on high wages. Just say, in observations only. Right, key players for us this season. First of all, Declan Rice. I think one of the biggest bits of transfer news we could have had is that we look like we are keeping him at least for another year, which is fantastic news for us. We've seen some big money deals going. Apparently they wanted 90 million for him, which I would say, when you look at that player, bargain. But no one's come in for him, which is even better news for West Ham. He's going to lead our line this year. Well, no, he's not going to lead the line, is he? He's going to lead the team out onto the pitch and be fantastic. And if him and his Czech mate, Thomas Souček, can play the way they did last year, we've got a solid midfield there that is going to run riot throughout most teams. We saw Declan Rice going forward a little bit more, getting a little bit more adventurous last year, trying to drive the team forward. I think with both of them, how defensively sound they are, and actually their prowess going forward, we're in for a good season. Now, a little bit of a wild card for me. We saw glimpses last year, but he was really trying to force his first goal. Saeed Benrahma. I think this year he's going to be up there with one of our best players. He's been in scintillating form in pre-season, and long may it continue into the actual season. I feel like this is a man who could bring back memories of one Dimitri Payet. Don't want to mention that name too soon, but his flair going forward, his speed, his ability to get a goal. He's had a season to bed in with us. I think we're going to start playing to his strengths a little bit more this season, which is fantastic. And hopefully that leads to a very good season for him and for West Ham United. And last but certainly not least, Mikel Antonio. He's taken up the number 9 shirt this year, and that brings more responsibility with scoring goals. He did get a load of goals last year. However, he was also injury prone. We missed him when he was out injured. We've got a lot more games this season, so we do need to sign a striker. And we've got some younger strikers, but we want someone that plays in a similar fashion to Mikel Antonio. Big, strong lump who doesn't stop running. I think if he can stay injury-free, then he's in for a good season as well. He looks confident, he looks strong, and actually, we've got the best team, I think, that we've had in a long, long time going into it. With the positive thing being, I don't think anyone's actually out injured, which is something that doesn't happen very often at West Ham United. But that being said, we do have a difficult first game. We are playing Newcastle, which is the same opening fixture as last year. However, I think we're away. Now, last year, at the beginning of the season, there was the sale of Grady Diangana. Could he have done a job for us, potentially? Did he do it for West Brom? No, he didn't. However, that being said, we could have won the opening game last year, but the players seemed to have some sort of on-field protest, didn't they? So we lost that one 2-0, which wasn't great. And then later on in the season, come April, we lost 3-2 with Craig Dawson getting a red card and Diop scoring an own goal. I think we've had a better pre-season than Newcastle. Personally, their focus seems to have been on the foul takeover bid and its court case that's going on and being pushed back over and over again. We've had a very impressive pre-season where we've not lost a single game. I would like to see us get a positive result here, even if it is a 1-0 win that's like really hard fought. I'd be happy with that. It's a positive result to push on with the season, open our account with 3 points. Let me know what you think the score will be in the comments section below. Keep an eye out for some upcoming changes to our channel. We've got some very exciting things coming along, as well as brand new kits on the players soon. Until next week, I have been Ian. We'll see you soon. 3 points better off. Come on, you.